Hello YouTube. Today I want to show you a very nice update in my opinion, but of course I have to praise myself. So anyway, I think I found the perfect companion app to my H.E.D.S CAN Gauge. So this is it. This is running on a Arduino smartwatch. This program, which is the RoboRemo app, which you can find on the App Store. I will put a link to the website of it because I think this is a very great app, very easy to use with a lot of features, and this is the free version. There's a paid version with more features. I will buy that as soon as I can afford it. Not that it's expensive, but every dollar counts, and if you're feeling like sponsoring it, please welcome, be my guest. So anyway, this is an app that lets you control Arduino over Bluetooth, USB OTG, over Wi-Fi, over internet. You can use this app with Arduino, obviously, with the ESP and some other products. So, but let me in my case show it to you with my H.E.D.S CAN Gauge. I did add also some new pages to it, or screens, so we will go there. So as you might have figured, here says it go left, go right. Connect, disconnect is for the Bluetooth connection, and this is the menu for the app itself. So right now, as you might remember, I do have a wireless, I have a Bluetooth module in the gauge, which does send out what you see on the screen, or most of it, over Bluetooth to your Android phone. And I never could show that because obviously I'm using my phone to record this video, and so I could never show how it looks like. And before I was just using a Bluetooth terminal app which just had a text output, and that was obviously not that pretty. This one is much prettier. So this is the gauge is connected to my simulator, which is on the left side on the table, and as you can see, I can update the gauge, and it does update here. Mind you, I have not edited or made this perfectly fit yet. I will have to edit the code itself, and always also the size of the screen and whatnot. But for the major items it does work. And now go right. As you see, I now have wireless remote of the screen to go left and right. We can go left, we can go right. Right is just the speed, and here again you see how it's updated. You can go to the next screen, which is the RPM. Since this line is just one line and short, it does show it twice, so I will have to edit it here on the code, so it would show here only once. So that's why you get here two readings, which are obviously the same. Okay, so the next screens are all simulated by the simulator, so I have no control over it. But what it also does right now in Celsius, which shows here in Celsius, and if I touch and hold long, it switches to Fahrenheit. If I touch and hold long again, that was too short, it switched to auto cycle. Let me get out of that. Okay, now we're in the dual screen again, so we start over again. Speed, RPM, coolant, next one is oil temperature, intake air, ambient air, throttle position. Some screens do not have the serial output, and then it just stays on the old data and then updates again when a serial is available. So right here, for example, fuel economy, I have not printed in serial, so the voltage is left over. Here I have pressure again, which I can add here, and the pressure always changes to PSI. And here we have AFR, air fuel ratio, and then we have the oxygen sensor. Again, I did not update it or did not print it serially to this to the Bluetooth module. Yes, here we have RPM, and obviously this app can do more. I could, for example, use the gear indicator just as a big number on here as well, instead of having it here. And you have 8 screens that you can pick from, and you could have, because of obviously on the smartwatch you have not much room, on the phone you have more. And also the one limitation the free app has, I must say, there is no advertisements, nothing bugging you. It runs perfect from what I tried past 2-3 hours. I don't know how long I'm on this. The only limitation, one of the limitations of this app, is you can have only 5 items on the screen. So technically I could get rid of connect and disconnect and do it over the menu, because actually let me show you the menu. Once you go in the menu, you have disconnect, edit UI, interface, help, about, get full version, and settings. So I could go there and oops, on the phone it's okay. The back button does work differently on the smartwatch. Anyway, you can have more items on the screen. So this is the gear indicator screen. This is kettle converter temperature, which again I don't have on here, not yet. 0 to 100 timer. It's 0 to 60 if you have imperial. Quarter mile. Fuel gauge in percent. This is one of the new screens. This is kilometers traveled. It will be also in miles traveled, with the malfunction indicator on and off. So if you have recently cleared your DTC error, it will start from 0. And if you're running your engine, or if you're driving with DTC error on, it will show it up here. So the next screen is calculate an engine load. This also has the option to show bitmaps that you can even technically send from the Arduino to the app itself, or have buttons as bitmaps. I'm gonna do all that because I really like it. This one is runtime. Since you started your engine, it does reset after you stop your engine, so it's not memorizing anything, but that's how it is on the CAN bus. So it's not what I'm doing, but what it is. It's hours, minutes, and seconds. You see it over here too. And the next screen is your DTC error code. If it's off, if there's no errors, it says off. Sorry, the little check engine is gray. If there's an error, it will say on here, and the check engine will be yellow. It will show you the number of the errors, and it will show you the code, like P0420 for example. That's that. And then you go to the clear DTC warning you get first. With this you can erase your DTC errors, but a warning again only do if you know what you're doing, because if you have anything important showing as error and you clear it and you continue to drive, you could damage your car engine or whatever the code was showing or telling you. So to not erase it anytime you go in this screen, because you can see I'm going in the screen, it just tells you the warning. And to actually erase it, you have to hold and touch the sensor for 3 seconds. Then it will go into a countdown. That was not long enough. I think it's on the right side only, I'm not sure. Yes, it's clearing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it does clear it. And then it says done. So, and the next screen is the new screen. This one actually shows you the PIDs that your car supports, and I did of course have to make it look pretty. It does have a animation, so let me show that again. So that's animation, and that's simulating the notes. Of obviously they're all on at the same time, but I could just turn on the bitmap, but I wanted a small animation. And once obviously I don't have any PIDs listed from the simulator, once you have this in the car connected, it will list the PIDs on the display. And then I'm doing this because before I did send my customers a USB adapter, and they used it by connecting it to the pin header here, and then they did upload the code and had to had to have a laptop in the car, upload the code, read the PIDs, copy the file, send it to me, and then I knew which PIDs we can add or delete. So now all you have to do is get to the screen, and if your ignition is on, you get to the screen, it will first do the animation. I know it's not required, but I do it because I can. So anyway, after the animation, it does list PIDs, and then you can just take a picture of the screen, send me that, and then I have all your PIDs. So you don't have to have take your laptop computer to the car. You don't have actually to have any program running on the phone like a Bluetooth terminal app. You can just take your phone, take a picture of the screen, send it to me, and then I know what you have. So, and that was it. And the next screen is the off screen. Well, actually, it was supposed to go off like this. So I'm still also working. It's not quite finished yet. I am working on the list PID screen. We are not quite done yet. I did have help from my friend Rob, and I have to thank him till the end of this of time, because he helped me a lot. And yes, without him, this app would not be here, or the gauge, at least not in this form. So a big thank you Rob, if you're watching this. You did help tremendously, and we are currently, let me just give you that as an indication, our code is now over 3,500 lines long. And as you might know, I'm using the Atmega 1284 chip here, because we went twice the size of the 328 already. So let me just compile the code for you real quick, although you cannot see it. And right now we are using %57 of the 128K that the 1284 has. So we are at 74,000 something bytes. So that would have never ever fit onto the 328. and but we're pretty low on dynamic memory with only 13%. So imagine what I have in here, and I could almost double that. Not that I'm going to, but there are a few more screens coming. One of them is the GeForce screen, because this gauge also has the ADXL345 accelerometer chip, and with that I will have a nice GeForce screen that is coming, and a few more features. So this was it, and I just found this app today, and I'm very glad, because I did mention it in a few videos that I wanted have Android widget which could have like the carbon fiber front and then the digits in the middle and whatnot. And I did look at some apps, mainly the MIT app creator, or what it's called, that you can create a remote for. Actually, this started out as a remote. I wanted to have a remote, and this will also be a remote. This one is not finished yet. This will be actually remote for the gauge to go forward and backwards in the screen, because while you're driving, it is kind of hard to hit the touch sensor and whatnot, and with the remote it will be much easier. So I was looking for an app to do the remote part, and then I found this app. Again, the name is RoboRemo, like robotic remote, and you can do many things. I will, as I said, leave the link in the description. And I'm also still working on the ability to upload code over Bluetooth to the 1284. It does work on the 328, like I have here, for example. I can upload code wirelessly to it, but with the app that I was using, I could not upload a hex file to the 1284p for some reason. And now I'm actually, because this file, this app in the paid version does have the ability to upload a file. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be able to upload the hex file, which is also just, a text file in a different format. So that will be to be seen. If I can get that feature into this app, then this is the app that I'm gonna go with. Also, since obviously you have to arrange the buttons and whatnot in the screens yourself normally, this app has a feature that you can save your current settings and then send that setting to whoever you want to, and that person just have to install the app and then import the settings, and you will get the exact same screen. You can also, for example, adjust the background color, and with the paid version you can have different buttons. You can use any PNG file and create your own buttons. So as I said, I will eventually get the paid version, especially excuse me, especially to be able to hopefully add the feature to the wireless uploading of the code, because the most important thing does work, of course. If I disconnect it and if I connect it again, you say connecting, and this will reset, and that's the most important. And here you see the beginning of the sketch. The most important part is resetting the Arduino so it can accept the hex file. So this is it, and just for fun and giggles, I will do the animation screen again, because obviously that is one of my favorites right now. And this is it for today. I will make updates as soon as I have them, and I want to thank again my 8 Patreon supporters. I'm down from 9 to 8. And also thank you for supporting me with my Banggood affiliate links. As I always say, every little helps, although more help would be even better. So this is it, but I think, and actually I bought the smartwatch after my other smartwatch, the what is it called, I forgot, this one here, battery died, and I did find the battery, I did order it, and then the order got cancelled. So this is my dead smartwatch. Yes, and then I bought this one, and I was going to use this as a Bluetooth remote to open my car doors and start the engine, whatnot. And but the problem was the app was not fit to go onto this 320 by 240 pixel screen. So then it got kind of forgotten. I had it laying in my drawer, Schublade, for almost a year now, actually more than a year, because I bought this the last Black Friday sale on AliExpress, and it cost me like $67 or something like that. It's just a little less than $70, which is actually really great. And you can see I did, in case you're wondering, this gauge is this gauge. So oh, actually no, this is the OLED version. That's the CAN Gauge Micro. This is the color version. So anyway, yes, I think that was it. Okay, thanks for watching and take care, everybody.